Gamers, we are in season 18 and I wanted to do something different for these videos. Kind of wanted to tell you what I was doing in the first couple weeks of the season. So what have I been doing the first 2 weeks? What seasonal weapons am I going for? What raid weapons? Like, what do you do? What should you do as a gamer? Because when people come in chat, they always ask me, Clyde, I'm just returning, what do I do? Well, first, I always tell people to go watch the raid A1 raid builds video. It was the video that I released the day before King's Fall came out, because most of my builds were in there. My favorite builds on my Titan. It's mainly Titan builds, but it goes over some Warlock builds, such as my Stasis build, my Controverse build, and obviously like Well, and then Hunter, Liar's Handshake, Tether, Unkillable Solar build, stuff like that. Also, we're golded out for this month for children's cancer, and you should too. So if you want to know what shader I chose Gold Leaf on my Titan, and on the Hunter I chose Callus's Treasured, looking like a snack. So it is Cancer Awareness Month. Deck your character out if you'd like. So what I always tell people is I have an alt, and what I did was when I first got on my alt, I went on my account and I first went here, Gift of the Thunder Gods. All this gear will be 1540 if you're under leveled. So if you're under 1540, it'll drop at 1540. If you're wondering what it gives you, it is Thunderlord, Liar's Handshake, so you're good. The Warlock has Getaway Artist, and the Titan has the Falling Star Boom Boom chest piece. So it's really good. And these scale, as you see, my base power of my Hunter is 78, so these scale. So you can leave them sit there and use them for like backfill pieces if you like. You're probably also wondering how I leveled so quick. Well, right now in the game, some of the pinnacles are very boring. I got some 1580 weapons on my Titan, and I'm trying to get another 1580 heavy for my Cataclysmic. But I haven't done a single bounty on my character since about day 3 of this season. And why is because I bounty prepped. I tell you guys, when I bounty prep and go into the next season, I don't have to worry about it. Now, I do play the game 8 hours plus a day, and I did do all my seasonal challenges week 1, and I'm kind of doing them on week 2. But again, stuff like that you should focus on. If you don't want to, I totally understand. But it's nice to have artifact unlocks, and you can choose, you know, whatever you want. I'm actually going to choose something here. You know what, let's do Inferno Whip. Again, I'll probably reset this thing 10 times. But anyways, like, what do you focus on? So I want to go over the seasonal stuff. Don't forget, when it says place your relic, it's right behind you. I found out that the hard way. So what is this star chart and what does it mean? Well, what I focus on is when I go into the weeks, I focus on the challenges that give me the tokens, and the seasonal challenges week 1 and week 2 to give me the tokens to get these upgrades. Do not be fooled by the game here. The game wants you to grind out the new content and get red border weapons and unlock crafted weapons. If you take your time and just kind of do this a few times a week and wait until you get farther down the rows, getting red borders will be easier, because it's just like previous seasons. I'm going to move my cam real quick. Once we unlock so much, we're going to start being able to get red borders once a week. Now, I've bought this a few times. As you see, you need Plundered to Umbral Energy, and you get that by just doing the seasonal activity. I've pulled a couple engrams from here and got red borders, but you know, the RNG is just tough. So guns I'm focusing on right now is this Tarnished Metal Scout Rifle. I love a 200 Scout Rifle. 200 RPM is my favorite. Right now, I have one with Shoot to Loot and Volt Shot. This is one of my new favorite perks. Volt Shot is amazing. After you reload, it's pretty much incandescent on Arc subclass, and I put Shoot to Loot on it because that's what it rolled with, and obviously that's all I got right now. I would want a reload perk here. It does drop with rapid hit, so if I do get to craft it, I'll probably keep this roll for my Shoot to Loot. Just to have a Shoot to Loot Scout Rifle is always nice, so you could shoot ammo, but I'll probably craft one with the rapid hit. So that might be something for you to look after. One thing I want to point out about the Scout Rifle, it takes up your whole damn screen. It's just, it's crazy. I'm going to put it on right now. The view is tough. when you aim down sights, obviously I can't aim down sights here, but anyways, the scope on it's horrendous, but you know what I mean. I haven't really messed with this submachine gun. Again, it's a kinetic submachine gun. It's stasis, but I feel like there's other things you can get. This sidearm is one of my favorite weapons of the season. I use it right now. It has hip fire grip and volt shot. Again, volt shot's insane. When this thing kicks in, the reload is insane on it. It is in the season pass, and you can just pick it up. It does have the threat detector on it, which is one of my favorite perks with volt shot. But again, I kind of want something more perfect. So when I like a gun, I want good rolls. So I'm going to grind for it. The shotgun, not really a fan of this, but I haven't tested it enough, so I can't really give you an option right now. It's only week 2. This linear fusion rifle, again, the only linear fusion rifle I have right now is Clown Frenzy. I've shot it a few times, but we all know that Storm Chaser is a good option too. But some people might not do the dungeons, so you could get a good roll on it if you don't have a Storm Chaser. It's kind of up to you. And the final weapon is the machine gun. I haven't really messed with it. It's an arc machine gun. I got 7th Seraph machine gun, and I got Thunderlord with Catalyst. So that's where I'm kind of at. So some of the upgrades that I've done so far is 4. I've chose this one because I want the Umbral engrams to be decrypted to the armor, and also I can decrypt Umbral engrams into Season of the Plunder weapons once they've been added to my collections. I picked this one to unlock the Plunder armor focus map in the Captain's Atlas just because I just needed to use it. It was just something I picked. And this one right here gives you a bonus world drop weapon if everybody emotes. Again, I just did it because I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that you could emote and get extra loot. It is a world drop weapon or armor, so again, legendary shards, save up on them. I'm only ranked 12, so I haven't really leveled it up much, but I have been doing the activities, so I'm going to pull up the activities. They did fix the pinnacle for the master catch crash, so you could do that as a pinnacle now. Mainly I followed the quest and I would just do what it said, but when you're farming, just farm these. Farm expeditions non-stop, and then when you run out of materials, which is right here, when you run out of these materials, you just go do catch to get them back. So they bounce off of each other. You do one to get materials, you do the other to cash it in. Pretty simple, right? And you unlock these maps as you rank up higher. So it's just like any other seasonal content. You do one to get materials, you do the other one to hand them in and you get the loot. I've just been grinding expeditions to turn them in at the end of the mission and try and get better weapons, such as a better scout rifle and better sidearm. I didn't want to waste a lot of time on this just because I wanted to tell you that's what you can focus on. So I do have some weapons on me that I wanted to go over. Raid weapons. Smite Moraine, one of the best pulse rifles, hands down. This is going to be something you want to craft, but let me pull it up on the light.gg real quick. And let's see what we want. So Smite Moraine, looking at the perks, if I was to get one right now, what would I get? I would probably go for, I'm really liking Focus Fury with one for all. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Anyways, get this weapon, mess with it, see if you like it first. Smite Moraine, one of the best. Secondly, Doom Excelsis. It's a 180, so it's really hard for me to use this when I have a Vowed Safe, but this does drop with Explosive Payload Dragonfly and also Firefly and Dragonfly, so you can have some fun with this weapon. Definitely check it out, but you're gonna have to do King's Fall to get it. Zalo's Bane. So dodge reloads on a hunter and transversive steps on a warlock is going to save you a lot of pain. This reload is horrendous. I have explosive payload and incandescent, but I didn't get flared magwell and I didn't get reload masterwork. This gun's amazing, it's really fun, but the reload's trash. But you should definitely check it out with your solar builds. Staccato, I love this thing. Triple tap incandescent is the roll I've been rolling, and also I have shoot the loot with incandescent. What's cool about what they added, let's not forget about Forbearance, one of the most broken weapons in the game, but you have to do Vow. Obviously the Typin and Quillam's Terminus you should definitely get. As you see, they did make it stasis, but you could put some fun builds together. So please get your cataclysmic. I've been using this for damage on Oryx and it absolutely runs them over. And if you want the other half sword, you have to do dares and get a purple frame sword. You can also get a purple frame sword by handing in your treasure keys. Back to this. So what's really cool, what they added, I like when Bungie does this. So Bungie does this, they show you a preview what's in these engrams. So if you need a weapon, go ahead and turn one of those in. Staccato's right there. I wanted to show you that. So we went over the seasonal stuff. We went over the raid stuff. Mods, obviously, you need to go check out 801 today. Today, she's selling a special finisher, which is an amazing mod that was tied to a quest back in the original game that you couldn't even get, and you can't even get special finisher anymore. She's got protective light and also well of life. So you definitely want to check out those every day. But personally, like still to the point, going over the seasonal stuff, what do you do in the game now? Well, the question is, the same old grind. Me personally, I think if you just want to get on and get your power level up, you should find a group in my Discord. Do the dungeon. Every single drop is pinnacle. So if you do duality and you do your King's Fall, that's all I did on my main characters. And so I did those two pinnacles mostly the first 2 weeks on my Hunter and my Titan, and that's how I kind of got a lot of drops. I got all my 1580 stuff. I got lucky. But I just wanted to go over that. You don't have to worry about these pinnacles. I am going to go through them real quick. Vanguard, Gambit, and Crucible, 3 games apiece, all +1 pinnacle. And your clan XP is +1. Everything else is +2, meaning +2 of your base number. So I'm 1578 right now with all my high stuff on. +2s are going to drop at 1580, +1s are 1579. So I don't want to do my +1s until I hit 1579 base, because then they'll drop 1580. But in your case, just do whatever. But me personally, I know you don't want to get stuck doing all the chores. Just do your King's Fall and do your dungeon. You don't have to worry about anything else. But there is really easy pinnacles. What I've been doing is, you know, preservation, Vox, easy stuff, 100k Nightfall, do whatever, but don't do the chores. So still, what should you be focusing on? It's 2 weeks into season. Do the seasonal stuff, grind this out, level it up, get some weapons, try it out, do King's Fall, have fun, get Touch of Malice, get the Catalyst, get raid weapons, enjoy it, get some armor. But main thing you should be paying attention to is getting your armor mods that you don't have. A lot of people don't have Font of Might, even though she sold it. And a lot of people don't have this mod right here. We're all waiting for Elemental Time Dilation to be sold. So again, this demonstration of me just talking to you, I know this is a lot of stuff that a lot of people know, but people always ask, what should I do in the game? And I pretty much just told you. I just said do pinnacles. I explained the seasonal content. I told you to do the raid and join my Discord. And what people don't realize on YouTube is a lot of this stuff I post on TikTok is clips. So people on YouTube, you guys can follow the TikTok. We're close to 100k, and vice versa. Sub to the YouTube, and TikTok subs to the YouTube, and we both hit 100k on YouTube as well. All right, now we're going to talk about crafted weapons, what you should be going for. Well, first, to get the Taipan, it's right here. It's waiting for you. The quest is right here. You got to get 2 auto rifles first, and then you get the Taipan. You get the 2 red frames, and you can craft this out. I actually have the quest right here. I didn't finish it. It is, I think it's the foundry shaping one. There's 2 of them here. You'll figure it out. Anyways, farm dares. You should farm dares. Just go right here. Go into your patterns and see what weapons you want. You know, see what weapons that you haven't unlocked yet. Me, chat's been telling me about BXR battle rifle with the incandescent perk. You got your Smiter Marine here. Me personally, I think doing dares is a snooze fest. I know it's a hot take, but we've done this for previous seasons, and I don't want to sit there and grind it. But if you want to craft dares weapons, it's there, it's available. Also, I would recommend doing the legendary campaign of Witch Queen. It gives a lot of upgrade modules, and also you get a lot of upgrade modules from your season pass as well. There's a lot in here, but a lot of people always ask, you know, hey, I haven't done the campaign yet, should I do it? Just remember, if you go to the gift of the gods and get that 1540 gear, the campaign stuff is going to be useless for you. You're just going to delete all that gear because it's going to be closed more. But a lot of people use the GL from dares because they don't have an ignition code. They also use the shotgun. The Wastelander, pardon our dust, is the GL. But yeah, I mean, focus on your seasonal challenges. Make sure you're not behind in XP either. I know it's a chore, but if you do all these, you will be kind of prepped. Also, I wanted to show the screenshot of next week. So I missed out on it, but my chat gave me a screenshot. So next week it is momentum control. So momentum control means you can do all your catalysts. If you need any catalyst for any weapons for PvP, momentum control's the time to do it. Also, there's a seasonal challenge in week 2, which is right here in the defeating guardians with arc damage. You're gonna do that momentum control, easy clap. Also, Fallen Saber Nightfall, easy Nightfall. And you have Deepstone and Prophecy as your pinnacles. You only need to do the boss checkpoints on those raids and dungeons. So yeah, grind it out. Get ready for the Master Raid power level, and also get ready for the GMs, which are going to be a while. But again, I always tell people to check out their mods. Make sure you go to Ada every day. Check Ada every single day. What's going to be nice about next week's video is I don't have to give you all this spiel. I can just tell you what to do, what was important in the week, and it'll be a lot shorter. So we'll try and shorten this the best that we can. One final thing that I want to show you. I'm going to show you how to level up weapons. A lot of people at Gsxrclyde don't know this. So what I do is I put on Night Stalker and I take this off. Take off Expulsion. You don't want enemies to explode. And you want to put on Deadfall. Now you could optimize this and throw on rigs and get 2 tethers. We're not doing it for that purpose. We're just going to do 1 tether and we're going to kill the enemies. It doesn't matter what weapon it is, I always come here. I know people say, well, if it's kinetic, you should do the entrance of the dungeon of Grasp. No, I always come here, even if it's a primary, it's easy adds to kill. And if it's special weapons or it's heavy weapons, I have a raid flag, so I'm good. You can do things your way, I'm gonna do things my way. But when I leveled this up, when I first got this weapon, it took me about an hour to do. Thanks, gamers, for the flag. Thanks for the checkpoint. Thanks for being great. So all I do is I start the encounter. And obviously the person on my fire team's not gonna kill anything, because if they do, I have to reshoot this clip. I tether this door. And then I just shoot one. And I just hip fire. And I just run around and hip fire. Everyone that dies from my tether or that dies from my linear, it counts towards your progress. And you get about 50%. Again, you might be a Bergie like me and miss your shots like I am right now. Very miserable. But you're going to get about 50% every single run. And if you take your time, you can level up your weapons. I do this with every single weapon. It's very boring, but it gets the job done. Wipe and repeat. That's it. That's all you have to do. Every single weapon. But make sure you take off that fragment. Please. Or everything will explode and you won't get credit for the kills. Alright, correction. Correction on that fragment. You do get progress if you have Expulsion on, but if you take it off, you get more. You get more percentage. Again, one more thing before I go. The new arc fragments were unlocked, so make sure you go grab Midai Core and meditate. This video was a little longer just because it was an intro to these kind of videos. I want to do these more. I will read the YouTube comments on this video, so let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section, and let me know if it helps, because next week I don't have to literally give you the same spiel of the season stuff. I can just tell you what to do, what I'm focusing on, and that's it. So it's gonna be really short. Thanks again for all the subs. YouTube was at a high number this month. We had a lot of subs, a lot of new subs, grinding for the 100K. Join my Discord, it's amazing. And just thanks for being you.